shot in 4K ultra high definition. Your number one source for local news. WRAL News. Coverage you can count on.
More heat is in our forecast, but also a chance of scattered showers and thunderstorms. I'll show you where the rain is now and where it could be later today.
Breaking news. Right now, an intersection in downtown Raleigh is shut down after a car crashed into a utility pole and pulled down a traffic light. This happened at South Saunders Street and South Dawson Street. And raising questions. New information Wake County leaders will be working to learn today about the deal between WakeMed and Atrium Health. A lot to share with you here on this Monday morning as we get a new work week started. Good morning, everyone. I'm Renee Chu. Great to have you with us. Let's get to meteorologist Elizabeth Gardner, where we will continue with this hot pattern. Wow, yesterday, upper 90s. It was gross.
Yeah, I hit 99 yesterday, which is absolutely just, yeah. We also are overnight had a couple of isolated showers. We still have a little bit of that showing up here east of Roanoke Rapids, east of Enfield. It's just barely in our viewing area right now, just in those northeastern counties. No thunder and lightning with it, just a lingering shower. We have a cold front that is dropping across the area, and that's what's helping to produce that shower. This is a very slow moving front, so we'll still see the impacts of it later on this afternoon. To the south of it, we're seeing showers and thunderstorms, and we have the potential to see that, especially south and west of the triangle this afternoon. Not a whole lot of rain. It's a 30% chance, but still, hey, we'll take every bit that we can get. This is a live look at downtown Raleigh from our Jimmy V camera. All is quiet. Our dew point is up into the mid 60s, which is not terrible, but it's not what we saw last week, that's for sure. And 74 is our temperature. Of course, it felt just like summer yesterday. It feels like it this morning, and it will feel like it this afternoon as we climb up to 95. We do have more chances for rain this week, especially as we get closer to the weekend, but the heat really builds too. It's a little bit cooler tomorrow. We'll talk about what could be dangerous heat later this week coming up. Renee?
Elizabeth, thank you. Back to that breaking news. Right now, a road in downtown Raleigh shut down after a serious car crash. This is at South Saunders Street and South Dawson Street. That's where we find Ali Calabar live in the WRAL Breaking News Tracker. Ali, police say they are trying to reopen that stretch of road before the morning commute.
Yeah, they say by 7 a.m. and right now we are seeing crews working to fix this traffic light. You can see the two traffic lights that are on the street right there. We also know it damaged a utility pole. It damaged some utility lines as well. And you can see that crew member is dragging the traffic light, trying to fix this traffic light and also fix that utility pole in the line. So a lengthy process ahead. We do want to take you back to, though, this video from the WRAL Breaking News Tracker. It shows that badly damaged car. The front end was destroyed. Raleigh police say the driver hit a utility pole and flipped around 1:40 this morning. The driver is expected to be okay. The crash did damage a utility pole and then took down some traffic lights. Right now, we are seeing that Raleigh police is diverting traffic around this intersection. It is shut down to any through traffic. We are working to find out what led up to this crash and what time it will be back open. Reporting live in Raleigh, Ali Calabar, WRAL News.
Ali, thank you. More breaking news. A man is in the hospital with serious injuries after stabbing in North Raleigh. This happened around 9:15 last night on Merriweather Circle. That's between Capitol Boulevard and Lewisburg Road. Police say they have someone in custody. Today, Wake County leaders will discuss the possible partnership between WakeMed and Atrium Health. County commissioners plan to ask WakeMed executives about the details of the merger and how the county would play a role in it. WRL's Kelsey Coffey joins us live from WakeMed in Raleigh. Kelsey, people are questioning whether the deal would lead to higher medical costs.
Yes, Renee, in just a few hours, Wake County commissioners will ask WakeMed's leadership all of the tough questions about this possible merger. The changes that would be happening inside this building could impact your health care costs. Premiums for state employees and retirees could go up more than $100 per year under this new deal, according to state health plan leaders. Meanwhile, WakeMed says the merger would, quote, help hold down costs in a variety of ways, including cutting costs for supplies, medicines, and equipment. The hospital system blames insurance providers for increased health care costs, calling out the state health plan for increasing premiums to cover a more than $1 billion deficit. Under the proposed deal, Atrium is promising to create more than 3,000 new jobs and invest $2 billion in the area. SHP Executive Administrator Thomas Friedman says that benefit comes at a cost. He says Atrium Health charges 15 to 40% more than Wake Med for the exact same services.
If we moved our current book of business, same people using the same thing, and paying that much more money, we would need to either get from taxpayers or members an amount of money that would cost somewhere between $7 and $11 a month.
Wake Med's board unanimously approved this deal back in April. Wake County commissioners will be able to ask their questions today at 2:30. Kelsey Coffey, WRAL News, live in Raleigh.
Today, Durham County Commissioners will vote on a new budget proposal that includes a nearly $11 million increase for Durham Public Schools. The budget would also include a 2-cent property tax increase for homeowners. That's about $90 more per year for homes valued at $450,000. It also includes a 12% raise for Durham Public School staff. Durham Association of Educators President Micah Tweetmeyer says this pay increase is a necessity.
And we know it is one more ask of the Durham community to pay a little bit more every year. But our frontline staff, those folks getting our kids to school every day, those folks supporting in classrooms, feeding our kids, cleaning the classrooms, deserve a pay increase that they haven't seen in years.
Durham teachers are expected to show up tonight's meeting to show support for the proposed budget. Tonight's meeting starts at 7. Raleigh City Council is also meeting tonight to discuss their proposed budget. The $1.77 billion budget includes a 1.7-cent property tax increase. That would require the average homeowner to pay about $67 more each year. City leaders will have to make their final decision before July 1st. Rocky Mount City Council will meet for its first full meeting since a fight broke out between two council members. Council member Charles Robertson is charged with simple assault. According to court records, he is accused of punching council member Andre Knight in the head during a meeting last month. Witnesses tell us the fight started after an interaction between representatives from a development company. Robertson is expected in court next month. Tonight's meeting is at 7 p.m. Two people from Virginia are suing to stop a UFC event from taking place on the White House grounds this coming weekend. They argue the structure built on the grounds did not get congressional approval or an environmental review. The suit also says the event will financially benefit UFC President Dana White, a close ally of President Trump, as well as the president himself. The administration claims the event has congressional backing as part of the events to celebrate the country's 250th birthday. The Carolina Hurricanes are looking ahead to Game 4 of the Stanley Cup Final that will be tomorrow night in Vegas. The Canes will be looking to even the series after losing in double overtime in Game 3 Saturday. The team came back from a 4-0 deficit, unbelievable, to tie the game and forced overtime. But then the Golden Knights made that final shot in the second overtime period. And that was the first overtime loss for the Hurricanes in the playoffs this year. The Hurricanes will try to regroup and bounce back tomorrow night. Puck drop is at 8. Now, as the Canes look to tie up the series in Vegas, Caniacs are taking over Sin City. Dozens of fans, from best friends in high school to season ticket holders since day one to new fans, took Game 3 by storm. They are hoping that their support can help bolster the Canes for their first Stanley Cup win in decades.
So it's been great to see the community grow, and everyone just really loves and enjoyed rooting for the Canes.
I was in the building in 06, there in 09 for all the runs, and we're getting ready for one more.
There was definitely red in that crowd in Vegas. If you aren't able to support the Canes in Vegas, you can do so right here in the Triangle. The team is hosting a road game watch party tomorrow. It starts at 8 p.m. inside Lenovo Center, and parking is free. You can go to the WRAL YouTube channel for all things Hurricanes, from post-game interviews to analysis and fan reaction. Search WRAL on YouTube, then look for our Carolina Hurricanes 2026 playoff run playlist. And don't forget to subscribe while you're there. New this morning and only on WRAL. Another billionaire investor wants to bring a Major League Baseball team to the Triangle. Avenue Sports Fund co-founder Mark Lazary exclusively told WRAL he wants to invest in a big league team in Raleigh. He is the latest billionaire to push for it. Carolina Hurricanes owner Tom Dundon has also led an effort to bring a major league team to the city. Increased interest from deep-pocketed investors could cause the MLB to take the proposition seriously as it looks to expand. Sacramento, Nashville, Vancouver, Salt Lake City, and others have also launched expansion efforts. WRAL sports investigative reporter Brian Murphy says an expansion like this is not going to be cheap.
We're talking about a price tag of about $4 billion. That's $2 billion for the franchise and $2 billion for the stadium. So it helps to have people with money, and Mark Lazary has money.
Lazary tells WRAL that he'd like to be a majority owner of a ball club, but that he'd be open to collaborating with Dundon. Brian Fork, a top Hurricanes executive who is in charge of the baseball effort, says they are excited to have any other investors involved in bringing MLB to North Carolina. For more on Lazary's interest, go to WRAL.com. President Trump is expected to attend Game 3 of the NBA Finals tonight in New York, and that's leading to increased security for the game. The Knicks are warning fans that there will be TSA-style screening procedures to get into the game. They are encouraging fans to arrive at least 2 hours early. A watch party that was planned for outside the arena during the game has also been canceled. The Knicks are looking for their first NBA championship in more than 50 years. Right now, they lead the series 2-0. 442 now left uncovered. There is a rise in news deserts in North Carolina. We will preview a new WRAL documentary on how local news is disappearing in many communities.
And we do have the chance for some showers and thunderstorms late this afternoon. Not for everybody. I'll let you know if you'll be one of the ones that sees those showers. 445, tiny little shower up here across parts of Northampton and Halifax counties. It's very, very slowly dipping southward. This is along a cold front that will drop across our area later on this afternoon. It's going to bring a chance of some showers and thunderstorms, especially in our southern and western counties. So it means that most of us don't see it, but we'll take a look at who will coming up. This is a live look from the Weld Apartments over toward downtown Raleigh, where it looks beautiful this morning. It is warm, though. 72 in Roanoke Rapids, 73 Fayetteville, 74 in Durham and in Goldsboro. So we really moved into a true summer pattern over the weekend, and it really just continues this week. Lunch break forecast going to be pretty hot, 89 at noon and 93 at 2 o'clock. We hit 99 yesterday. We're going to bring it down a little bit from that this afternoon at the high of 95. But shorts and t-shirts as the kids are heading out the door. Everybody who still has school left just a little bit is going to have a hot one for it today. We have what could be dangerous heat toward the end of the week. We'll look at that coming up. Renee?
Elizabeth, thank you. New developments in an election that is gaining national attention. A DOJ official is debunking a conspiracy theory about the Los Angeles mayoral race. Rumors have been spreading on social media that Republican candidate Spencer Pratt received no new votes in an updated ballot count. A DOJ official based out of LA says those rumors are false. Election officials are still counting the ballots from last Tuesday's primary. Incumbent Mayor Karen Bass is in a tight race with Pratt and Democratic Councilwoman Nithya Raman. Several posts online have alleged election fraud. President Trump has accused the election of being rigged. The claims are under investigation. 5 people were hurt in a stabbing inside New York's Penn Station last night. One victim is in critical condition. Police say they do have a person in custody. Investigators say there are no signs of terrorism. They believe the suspect may have mental health issues. North Carolina has collected more than $287 million in taxes since online sports betting was legalized here in 2024. And now lawmakers want a bigger cut. Lawmakers have agreed to raise the tax rate on the state's legal betting operators. The details are still being negotiated as lawmakers look to cover rising costs, such as planned raises for teachers and other state employees. The gambling industry is pushing back at the effort. It says higher taxes could lead to worse odds and fewer promotional offers for customers. They also warn that bettors could be tempted to turn to illegal options if legal betting becomes too expensive. For a breakdown of the effort, head to the NC Capital section of WRAL.com. Across the nation and right here in North Carolina, local news is disappearing. This is the focus of our latest WRAL documentary, Left Uncovered, inside North Carolina's news deserts. At least 8 counties in North Carolina have no original source of local news. 52 counties have just one. Our new documentary investigates what this means for communities.
If we didn't have the local news, we would be lost.
But a public that is less informed can't question government.
We have to have the news. You may not like it at times, but we have to have it.
We certainly believe it's necessary. Our WRAL documentary unit shows you what's being lost and the people fighting to keep local journalism alive. You can watch Left Uncovered inside North Carolina's news deserts Wednesday at 7:30 on WRAL or wherever you stream WRAL. Certainly looking forward to that. It is 4:49, and we continue with our desert-like conditions in the sense that we are still in a severe drought, and we are hoping for some rain. Meteorologist Elizabeth Gardner tracking our chances for that this week.
And we do have some chances, and chances are better than no chances. But as we've talked about, a summer pattern is not any way to get out of a drought. You know, it will help a little bit. It, may keep your grass from, let your grass hold on a little longer. But I tell you what, man, it was 99 yesterday. And I was looking around my neighborhood and just kind of all around town at all the grass dying. So I don't know. It's rough out there, that's for sure. This cold front will slide southward, and it's a slow mover. It's going to bring us a few isolated showers and thunderstorms. You can see some rain with this down across Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, and then sort of up the western edge of that front. What we see here will be fairly minimal as, things go in the summertime. At lunchtime, we begin to see the clouds building, and around 2 or 3 in the afternoon, we see a few showers from Goldsboro to Raleigh, back over towards Southern Pines, Fayetteville, and Clinton, and that lasts up until around 7 or 8 p.m. It's not going to be very much rain, certainly not a big soaking for most of the viewing area, but it will take any bit that we can see. This is a look at downtown Raleigh. We're at 74 degrees as we look from our Jimmy V camera. Our dew point is 64. We hit 99 yesterday, and it feels very much like summer this morning. So it was very hot. That heat, remains. So it's warm out there. 75 in Garner, 73 in Durham, 71 in Clayton, 73 in Holly Springs. Over the weekend, this was the only place to be out on the water. It's my friend Paul Michelle. Falls Lake. You can see that the lake is low there. He's out on his paddleboard, trying to get a break from some of the heat. This afternoon, mid-90s in Raleigh and Durham and 97 in Fayetteville. That's going to be 4 or 5 degrees cooler than yesterday. Our dew point remains in the steamy zone, but it's sitting there right in the mid-60s, and so we don't have a huge heat index, which is great. But we do have more intense heat later in the week. 97 Thursday, 99 on Friday, 96 on Saturday. And again, that could put us right up there into the danger zone, and we'll be close to records, near a record both on Thursday and on Friday. We take a look at the forecast. Of course, Thursday is back to a home game for the Canes, and of course, there'll be watch parties and that sort of thing. It's going to be a really hot day for that. And we have the chance for some storms each day all the way through Sunday. Renee?
Elizabeth, thank you. It is 4:52, topping the charts. The animated film's getting all the buzz, from sales to streams, coming up in the Hollywood Minute.